Hello, my name is Justin Wright, and here with me today is Jolene again. Now, last time we were together, we did several assessments to determine what the client's underactive and overactive muscles may be, as there was a few muscle imbalances. Now, when determining this, we found out that the gastrocnemius, the bicep femoris, and the TFL were possible overactive muscles. Now, when learning in my corrective exercise program, we are to deal with overactive muscles first. So that is what we are going to be going over today. So the first part of the CES continuum is inhibition, which is going to be myofascial release using a foam roller to flatten out the different knots in the body. So for the TFL and the bicep femoris, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting on the side, leg on top of each other. It's going to be going back and forth until we hit a tender spot, and we're going to be holding from 60 to 90 seconds and then switching to the other side. So I will get the client to demonstrate that one. Great, and we're just going to be rolling again, and we're just going to be rolling until we find a tender spot, and then we're just going to be holding. We're going to be trying and keeping the body loose at the point of contact so that it is able to hit the deeper fascia muscles in order to help release them and flatten. Okay, so now that we completed that, the first myofascial release, next one we're going to be doing is the gastrocnemius, which is in the calf. So for this one, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be sitting down, placing the calf that we are going to be using first onto the foam roller, and bringing the next one across, and we are just going to be rolling again until we find a tender spot, and we're going to be holding from 30 to 90 seconds for this, and then when we are completed this side, we will be switching to the other side. Now for this one, if you need to apply more pressure, there are different ways to progress the action, such as lifting off the ground so you have a deeper point of contact. So again, I'm going to be getting the client to demonstrate, and I'll be taking them through it. So again, yes, we're going to be bringing the opposite leg across the calf, and we're just going to be rolling up and down the calf, keeping it nice and loose as we go along, and this is going to help us loosen up any knots that there might be in the calf. And again, once we hit that really tender spot where knots may be, we'll be holding from 30 to 90 seconds on that spot, and then switching to the other side. So now that we've finished the inhibition part of the program and we've loosened up any knots that may be in there, we are going to be moving on to the lengthening portion. So what we are going to be doing for this part of the program is we are going to be doing static stretches. So we're going to be holding these stretches so we further stretch out that fascia. So for the first one we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a stretch for the TFL, or the tensor fascia latae. So for this one, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having staggered stance with our our back foot turned outwards. Going to be bringing our arm up, bringing the body forward, and twisting till that leg is nice and straight. We're going to be squeezing the buttocks, and we're going to continue twisting until we feel that on the TFL. And again, we're going to be holding this for at least 30 seconds. If it is very tender, we will be holding from 60 to 90 seconds, and then again over to the other side. Okay, good. So we're going to have arm on the same side as the back foot. Going to be twisting and over to the opposite direction as we bring the foot straight. And again, holding for 30 seconds. You also want to try and remain relaxed during this as well, so we're getting a proper stretch. Okay, so now that we've done a stretch for the TFL, we're going to be moving on to the gastrocnemius, or the calves. Now, for this one, we are going to be doing a stretch against the wall. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off again in a staggered stance with the hands against the wall, like so. We are going to be leaning the body forward, straightening out the rear leg, and that's going to be stretching it out. Now again, we're going to be holding this for at least 30 seconds, or depending on how tender it is, again, you can go up to 60 or 90 or on, so as it's going to help with any possible injuries or muscle imbalances especially. And then we're going to be switching to the other side. Again, you want to remain nice and relaxed for this, so you can go ahead and demonstrate. Again, staggered stance. And we are going to be taking a step forward instead of back. So yeah, we're going to take a step back, lean hands against the wall, and coming forward. So now that we have finished the gastrocnemius as well as the TFL stretches, we are going to be moving on to the bicep femoris. Now, for this one, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be lying on the back. Back nice and flat, shoulders are going to remain on the floor. We're going to bring the leg up, hands in behind the knee, keeping the leg as straight as possible, and we're going to be bringing it across the body towards the opposite shoulder. Again, we're going to be holding this for at least 30 seconds, keeping the body nice and loose, and then we're going to be switching over to the other side. And you can go ahead and demonstrate. Yeah, hands behind the knees, over to the opposite shoulder, and leg nice and straight if you can. Good.